Let's get started. Thank you for coming. Start in Dandasana, lifting out of the lower back, feet stretched towards me, pressing through the heels, shoulder blades down the back, chest up. Breathing in and out through the nose. Actively lifting out of that lower back, dropping the shoulders, arriving after a hard night's sleep and a difficult breakfast. Checking in to where we're breathing. Is the belly moving below the belly button? And release. And let's come to all fours. Heading into downward dog, voice and breath happen first. So it's like so. Inhale through the nose. So we're using the breath and voice to help us luxuriate and find our downward dog and not somebody else's downward dog. So here we go. Tuck the toes under. Inhale through the nose. Can you get the body to affect the voice and the voice to affect the body? Upward dog. Ha. Sexy mermaid, back and forth. Is the voice getting cut off? Keep going till it doesn't. Is the voice crackly? Keep going till it isn't. Down dog. The luxuriating, the voice, the breath, and the body are working together, which frankly in our society is unusual. Ha, upward dog. Ha. Ha. Vocal problems have nothing to do with the voice. Ah, excellent. Let's lie on our backs. Feel, notice, try a hey or a hello and see what your voice feels like. And we're going to use a hey to bring our knees into our chests. Can we feel a sense of the hey being connected to our legs and our hips? And the movement in particular, that's the key. Inhale through the nose, diaphragms down. Hey. Most vocal problems are about the voice being disconnected from the breath and body. And thereby we're using the wrong muscles to power our speech. It's that simple. Then we have a voice problem, but it's not. It's not a voice problem at all. It simply presents in the voice. That doesn't mean it's a voice problem. It means it's a breath or support or core problem. It's a tension issue. And the key is when we have upper body tension, that's because the lower body isn't doing its job. Use a hey to float the legs back to the floor. Hey. So as we do this, what do we notice about our deep core? Not our six-pack, which isn't our core. If we overuse the six-pack, we shut off the core, which is what causes most vocal problems. What do we notice deep inside, several layers in? Inhale, hey back, hey. Inhale, hey. So I'd like you to do this back and forth about 5 or 6 times. Notice what you notice. I'll let you do it as opposed to making the sound. Take about 2 minutes. All right. Now, hold your breath and do it a couple of times and notice what happens. Where do you feel the strain? Does this feel totally different than when we use the voice? Core work's not what we think. Do a couple of hey moves just to get that strain out of there. Hey. Hey. So we can activate our core with our voice, therefore making our voice stronger and doing core work at the same time without all the huffing and puffing. Try a different vowel. Hey. Hey. See what you notice. And let's roll over to the side on a ho and come right up to all fours all in one movement, which will be a lot easier because we're using this vowel, hopefully. So bring your outside foot to the floor, bend the knee. Oh. So what the voice allows us to notice is if we're tightening our tummy, which we shouldn't be doing. So if the voice is smooth with no interruptions, we know we succeeded. If it goes, that's a habit that we want to excise in our daily movement patterns. Cat twist, hey. Hey. Cat twist, hey. Hey. Cat twist, hey. Hey. Happy puppy he. One arm forward. He. Inhale up. He. Inhale up. Inhale up. Inhale up. Inhale up. Inhale up. Down to, cat twist. Hey. Hey. Inhale up. Hey. Oh. Down dog, up dog, ha. Ha. And let's turn over on our backs. Did you automatically make a little exhale or a sigh as you came down? If so, it's starting to integrate. If you found yourself going, huh, and gripping your six-pack, well, we'll keep going. So noticing that habit throughout the day, that we tighten and hold our breath when we move, stand up, sit down, think, stare at the computer, watch television. When in our days do we hold our breath? So we're going to up the ante a little bit, do some little bridges with voice. So little bridge is often considered a really hard pose because we're lifting our hips off the floor. This is exactly the problem. We're not lifting our hips off the floor, or at least that's not the way to visualize it, not the way to think about it, not the way to energize it. Little bridge is a down pose. What's going down? Energy, thought, imagination, feeling through the feet. And then as a rebound, the hips rise up. This will work much better with voice. Plus gives us a stronger, more colorful voice at the same time. So feet flat on the floor. We'll start with hey because of where it's placed in the mouth. Imagine, feel, sense, intuit, visualize, send, Think your hay through your heels like so. Inhale, diaphragms. Hey. And then roll the shoulders together, squeeze the shoulder blades together, let go of your butt muscles, and breathe and continue sending that breath through the heels. Hey. And be there for maybe 4 or 5 breaths, continuously letting go of those butt muscles because they'll want to keep jumping up and down and saying, hello, hello, I want to help. Yeah, let them go again. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Send a hey through your feet. Hey. So you're lifting your body with your voice and breath, at least as far as you're concerned. And then the correct muscles that we should be using will kick in because our voice is connected to our body. Hey. Inhale. Hey yourself out and down. Hey. The voice protects our lower back when our body, breath, voice, mind is connected and working together. Voice is the future of yoga. Again, inhale. Feel free to try a different vowel because everybody's different and everybody will find a different effect through the vowel. Plus, the moment-to-moment awareness that is gained from playing with the vowels is almost more important. Inhale through the heels. Oh, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Oh, up a little higher. Release the butts. Back down. Hey. Inhale, exhale through your nose. Feel, notice. Is that belly moving differently? Is your rib cage moving differently? How about the chest? Inhale, sing yourself up. Hey. Hey, and come to kneeling. Going to do pose I haven't done for a little while that I rediscovered because of my favorite yogi, called gate pose. And we're going to use the voice. So, hey, one leg out to the side. You pick, you can mirror me or do whatever you like. Arms hanging out here, leg straight. So we're going to inhale the opposite arm up, and then voice yourself. You pick the vowel. Hey, over. So this is a up and out pose. First spot that gets sort of atrophied after about 22. So this is an up and out, and then the down is a coincidence. So thinking out from your hip, up from your ribs, up from your arm, your shoulder girdle, up through your elbow, up through the wrist, and you can be all elegant and let that hand kind of curve so it's a nice line and looks pretty. Hey. And every couple of breaths, do some voice. Can you also bring your lower shoulder towards me and your upper shoulder away from me? Hey. Hey. Inhale. Ah, come on out. I find the ha's work especially for coming out of a posture, but maybe not for everybody. Kneel and simply notice the two sides. Do you feel lopsided at all? Inhale, exhale other leg. And as you may have noticed, this toe doesn't have to touch the floor, but we do want it intending, not pressing, but reaching gently towards the floor without work. Intending towards the floor, I like that best. Although there is another way. You can also put a yoga block underneath the toes, which will give you some more feeling of stability and grounding. That's totally fine too, up to you. You can get the same feeling of stability and grounding without the pillow or block. That takes practice, but you can do it. Wizard yoga. Inhale up. Pick your vowel. Ha. Noticing if the two sides feel different is a win. Reaching up out of the hip, ribs, armpit, shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingertips. Hey. Lower shoulder towards me, upper shoulder away. You may want to slightly bend that long leg too if you're feeling anything in the knee joint, but that is optional depending on your anatomy. Hey. Hey. Lower lower shoulder blade towards me, upper shoulder blade away. Inhale. Ah. Sit on the toes. Ah. Many of us, unless we're actors or singers or athletes, and even then, martial artists, are going through life disconnected from our lower body. I bet this pose makes you aware of your feet. You're welcome. I see this all the time, every day in my acting classes. So many young people, adults, are not connected from here down. And no one's going to tell us unless we do these classes, right? It's kind of another pandemic. Along with our 3 breathing pandemics, breathing too much through the mouth, breathing too fast, and holding our breath when we move. So we're working at all of it today. Okay, I apologize. Come on up. Trying to distract you by talking. Did it work? And yourself up to standing. How's the voice feel? Try a hey or hello. Just notice how it feels. Bouncer to shake everything down. Now, as you're doing this, can you let your shoulders go? Now, can you let your jaw go? And were those 2 things let go before? Or did you actively have to let them go? Soften the kneecaps as you're bouncing. Bounce a little harder, a little faster. And come to standing and feel what you feel. How's the posture naturally without trying to fix it right now? That's the key. So posture has nothing to do with your shoulders. If the core is asleep, our shoulders are either slumped or a little soldier because we're trying too hard. But if our core is naturally engaged and awake, like with the work we've just been doing, posture's there. So many of us are working externally to do an internal muscles job. We're trying to posture instead of being posture, if you like. Doing posture instead of being posture. Good. Step out. Balance with voice. Watching me. Hey. This arm is perfectly legal to have out. If you don't need it, keep it by the side. Inhale, diaphragm. Hey. Shoulder blades down the back, chest high, eyes soft. Little micro movements with the standing leg. Can you lift the toes of the standing leg? Now send a hey through the bent kneecap. Hey. Press through that held bent leg. Press down. Lift up with the front body, down with the back body. Hey. And come down. Inhale, send the hey through the standing leg. Hey. This is working on our power, our empowerment, our confidence, our agency, our ability to stand on our own 2 feet. Because if we can stand on one strongly, imagine how 2 will feel. Hey, energy through, reach through the psoas, press down, resisting with the back hand, shoulder blades down the back, chest up, soft eyes, strong sense of standing with ease. A strong sense of standing with ease. Inhale. Hey. Again, this time, well, you'll see. I'm going to switch vowels. You don't have to. You decide. Oh. And I'm hoping you can see my thoughts the whole time were on sending my energy and my voice and my breath through the standing leg, not thinking about raising the leg. Thinking about raising the leg makes us unstable because then we're pulling away from the earth. And I can literally see the energy moving down my leg, which I bet you can too. Just have to give our attention. Here we go. Hey. Lift out of the standing leg, psoas, shoulder blades down the back. Really reach out of that standing leg so that we're upright as opposed to this. So we're heading towards that bent leg side with our internal midline balance. Oh. Once in a while, you can even use the breath and voice just to make sure that we're not tightening the tummy. Because if we tighten the tummy, we'll notice it in our voice, right? In a way, the voice is a vehicle to help our breathing and our core. And it's also about voice. Inhale. Oh. Realign. Hey. Pressing through the standing leg, lifting out of the psoas, hugging the knee to the chest, shoulder blades down, chest high and proud. Lengthen out of the lower back. So although let's say the shoulder blades go down, the lower back goes up and the tailbone goes down, creating space in that lower back. Send some energy through the foot to re-energize the pose. If you're starting to feel tired, try that. See what happens. Might not be immediate, but eventually. Inhale. And just wiggle a little bit. Wiggle that out. Stretch out the hands, roll the shoulders. And we'll do a quick Zoomitis pose here. So grabbing your 5-inch Wilson Method volcano ball underneath the chin. You kind of hold it there a little bit. Press down into the ball with your chin, about 30% of your strength, maybe 35. And then inhale. East-west, slowly and deliberately, back and forth. So you're pressing with your 30% the whole time. It's gentle, but it's deliberate. And then release and check out the neck. Whee! Switch hands. It's holding the ball. It's subtle, but it'll be different for the neck. Pressing down 30%. And back and forth. Shoulders down, shoulder blades down the back. We can easily start to have the shoulders ride up as we're doing this, and that's exactly what we're trying to avoid. And release and check out stuff. Excellent. Pillow. Pillow is better. Oh, this totally blends in with my outfit. Pillow is better than a block. We don't want a hard yoga block for this. Yoga bolster will do, but a yoga bolster is sometimes too strong, especially if we're new to this. For those of you that know, yes, we're heading to putting the pillow beneath our pelvic crest and the base of our ribs. So you can kind of find your base of your ribs, find your pelvic crest, and this will go right in the middle. Did you hold your breath when you came to all fours? Check it out. Be gentle with yourself, no blaming. And if you can notice it all day and then change the habit, you will find you have more energy and a stronger voice and a stronger body. Inhale. Head on hands if you like. You could have your head turned. If you do turn your head to the opposite side of what was natural. Or you can have your head straight down on your hands, or you can have your hands back and your head on the mat. You got lots of options. You can even Have another pillow here. We just don't want that neck pressed too high. So this has two parts to it, active and passive breathing. So for the first section, we'll be actively breathing. Inhale, nose. Feel that diaphragm pressing down towards your pelvic floor and into the pillow. Exhale through the mouth. It feels like the pillow is blowing our air out for us. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. Active breathing, not by tightening the six-pack, but by feeling that beautiful big diaphragm muscle, our inner masseuse. Press into the pillow on the inhale and release on the exhale. Very slow inhale. Trigger release. Exhale. And now start to drift longer at the end, or what is the perceived end of the exhalation. Wait at the end of your exhalation. You're not actually waiting. You're actually still exhaling. We just don't notice it. What we think is the end of our exhalation isn't. Wait, 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 wait. Inhale. Notice what happens to your inhalation. My record is about 1 minute and 40 seconds, if I recall, of drifting. So we're not holding our breath. We're actually still exhaling. So it's a drift, not a hold. All right, part 2. You'll like this part. Just go to sleep. The restorative yoga part of this is you just put yourself into an optimal position for the body to heal, and the props do the work. So hang out, change your head if you like. And no more affecting the breath at all. Just hang out and let it happen. Shoulders soft. Neck soft. Jaw soft. Let's pull the pillow out from under us and notice our breathing. Noticing our bellies. Come up to all fours and hay yourself onto your back for Shavasana. Great job, everyone. Or ho or ha. And use your voice to reach your blanket as well. Make sure you're using your whole body to move. Where do you feel the resonance of your voice? Feet, quads, knees, hips, pelvis, chest? Absolutely. Becoming as snugly as possible underneath your blanket. Finding a sense of I'm doneness. Just being here for a few moments. Inhale. Exhale, sigh. Inhale. Vocalize yourself over to the right-hand side and give yourselves a big hug for showing up. Inhale. Hay yourself up to sitting. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Take care. Have a great day.